So, on behalf of the organizing committee, I extend a warm welcome to all our distinguished faculty, guests, and participants to the workshop on Advanced Course in ECMO and Mechanical Ventilation 2025. This workshop aims to enhance our understanding and hands on skills in two crucial aspects of critical care, which is mechanical ventilation and ECMO. We are privileged to have with us the eminent experts who will be sharing their invaluable experience and insights over the course of this program. We hope this workshop fosters learning, collaboration, and innovation in patient care. Wishing everyone an enriching and successful academic experience ahead. Thank you. Now I request Dr. M.C. Mishra sir, Dr. Raghavendra sir, Dr. Deepak Agrawal sir, Dr. Kapil Dev Soni sir, and Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Bhoi sir to please come on the stage and let's have a lamp lightning. लगन 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 Now I would request Khyati to please felicitate Dr. M.C. Mishra sir. सामने से I would request Khyati to please felicitate Dr. Raghavendra sir. Khyati to please felicitate Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Bhoi sir. I would request Khyati to please felicitate Dr. Deepak Agrawal sir. And Khyati, please felicitate Dr. Kapil Dev Soni sir. Now I would request Dr. Deepak Agrawal sir to please address the gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais, especially Professor Mishra, who is ex-director AIIMS and has been our pillar and support for all initiatives while he was director and now being into different positions also. Dr. Dr. Raghavendran, actually, as we call him, he's been Chief of Surgery, Division of Surgery at University of Michigan, and acute care surgeon, ECMO specialist. He has a lot of, he wears a lot of hats, and has been in collaboration with us for the last decade and a half. So we have a very long relationship, which we plan to continue. And Dr. Bhoi, who's head of emergency medicine at AIIMS, and he really wants to start ECMO at AIIMS, especially eCPR, and that's why he and his colleague, Dr. Tej Prakash, decided to organize this course. And Dr. Kapil, who is acute care specialist at Trauma Center, has we already have ECMO machines, but we are somehow not able to get them going because of so many constraints. So I think this workshop has been specifically designed so that we can get our hands dirty on using the ECMO machines. Also, for the advanced ventilator care practices, especially in ARDS, which we commonly encounter. These two are the themed areas, and it is more of a workshop than just didactic talks. Every day, almost half a day, we have just for the workshop where we can actually, each one of us can practice. I think that is the most important thing. Everything is available on YouTube, so that is a very secondary concern of having talks. But the hands-on workshop where you can test and evaluate every functionality of both the ECMO machine and the ventilator settings. I think that will be the forte of it. So I really thank especially our foreign dignitaries from the whole team from Michigan is came. I think I would like them to all stand up so we can have a round of applause. Kelly, Ross. So we have 4 of them with us here today. I think Raghu will.
They want you guys to stand. So, starting there on the other side, Ross Blank, he's professor of anesthesia. Ross loves India. Kelly Fiorino, Kelly is a specialist in respiratory therapist. So she heads one of our ICUs at the University of Michigan. Jessica Cusack, she works with me closely in the surgical ICU. I give her a lot of grief. I just tell her, go fix the ventilator, and she does the rest. She's also an RT specialist. Steve Robinson. Steve is the ECMO specialist, and he is the chief coordinator for ELSO, Extracorporeal Life Support Organization. Thank you guys for coming with me and experimenting.
So thank you so much. Thank you. I wish that we all have an academic feast as well as a hands-on training which we all have come here for. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now I request Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Bhoi, sir, to please address the gathering.
Thank you very much, and Dr. Deepak has set the stage. So I come from emergency medicine. The very fact means our contribution or what we want to extract from the workshop, and I shared this vision with Dr. Raghavendra sir also, that ECMO in the emergency department, starting from the point of care, when the patient arrives, it is still not there in India. So we wanted to start with the chain of survival from the ED, like ECMO CPR, and also in other conditions like ARDS, toxicology, which is other area. So we have invited some of my students also from many different AIIMS. So they have come in huge numbers from AIIMS Jammu, AIIMS Patna, AIIMS Mangalgiri, and not limited to that, other experts have also come to actually extrapolate more. And our vision is to develop this over a period of 5 years. That is what I shared with this. With all these AIIMS being empowered with no dearth of resources, expertise, if you train us in the art and science of ECMO, this may be a primer for us, and then we take it ahead. We're looking forward to that, sir. And thank you very much for giving the opportunity to participate and share our whatever we have to it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request Dr. Raghavendra, sir, to please address the gathering.
Introduce the course. It's a bunch of slides, though. Is that okay?
If you want to put up slides, yeah, that's okay.
Slides. आएगा. So while this is going on, I just wanted to invite everybody, and I wanted to ask, what's your subspecialty like? So how many of you are surgeons other than Shujan? You're the only one, Shujan. All right. How many of you are emergency room specialists? Oh, okay, big gang here. How many of you are anesthesiologists? How many of you are critical care doctors? What about the rest? Internal medicine, critical care. Okay, all right. So you do deal with a lot of mechanical ventilation. Okay, fantastic. Yeah. So the purpose of this. So I'm going to go briefly through this. So Dr. Mishra, I, Deepak, Ajay, you will see Ajay Malhotra walk by. He just arrived at 4 a.m. This morning from Vermont. So we came up with the idea of coming up with a 501c corporation, or as it's called, Section 8 of the Indian Penal Code. So we formed this foundation, and the idea is to establish a center for us to teach you guys, when I say you, meaning the royal you, the various aspects of surgery, research, and innovation. So our vision was to be a leading center for training surgical researchers, as well as clinical care, critical care, as well as trauma in the field of these areas, and especially concentrating on the low middle income countries and resource free environment. And as listed here, I'm not going to repeat all that, but idea is to train surgeons and other allied specialties in care of the critically injured population. That's sort of the mandate with which we started. And the most important aspect of the course, and as Deepak rightly said, a lot of these talks are available online. The idea, in my mind, is not to give you a boring set of talks, but focus it very much on the practicality. There is a lot of literature available on ARDS. There are a lot of, we were part of the ARDS network studies for the past 20 years. We have done the landmark study, the Armon study, the alveoli study. But the purpose here is to give you a little more practical hands-on training. And also introduce you to the idea of veno-venous ECMO. So we're going to talk a little bit about veno-venous ECMO, and I wanted to dedicate this talk to our esteemed colleague Bob Bartlett, the father of ECMO, one of our colleagues at the University of Michigan. Unfortunately, he passed away last month. So if you have worked with Bob Bartlett, he's one of the smartest people you will ever come across. And people like Steve Ross, Jess Kelly, and we have constantly been motivated by his teaching. He literally, what we say, invented ECMO. And at the University of Michigan, we are privileged. I would say, we have ECMO experience for the past 40 years. So it's one of the leading institutions as far as our knowledge of ECMO in the world. So I wanted to dedicate this entire course to Bob, and may his soul rest in peace. I'm very grateful to Ross, Jess, Kelly, Ajay, and Steve. I wanted to apologize to Steve. His picture is not posted here, but he's here in person. So you guys have traveled. Many of you have not traveled outside the United States, but you decided to come with me to India. So thank you so very much. And Dr. Mishra, you guys know Dr. Mishra as somebody, he's considered the father of trauma care in India. He's the person who started ATLS in India. And the best thing about him is the fact that he's always encouraging. If you're doing something new, he will be the first guy to stand up and say, I like that idea. Anything new, anything innovative. He has a completely open mind. I'm not sure how he became a surgeon. Most surgeons have very close mind like mine. No, I'm just kidding. So he has a very open mind. Anytime if you disagree with him, he doesn't get upset. He said, yeah, I want to see your point. So he has been incredibly encouraging with the conduct of the course, with the concept of ECMO, and I'm hoping, Sanjeev, we'll be able to start something that is nationwide in a stepwise fashion, and so I'm incredibly excited about that. Lots of our sponsors, I just have a few of them here. I really want to thank Drishti Foundation. Deepak will tell you more about them as the day goes by. We have, in fact, a presentation from Atreya on day 2. Getting a Corporation, so Getting a, they are the primary manufacturers of ECMO equipment, so they have graced us with their equipment, the consoles, the ECMO consoles that will be arriving tomorrow, and Hamilton ventilators. So with that, I'm going to ask, where are we going next? So I'm going to ask Dr. Mishra to say a few words.
Thank you, Raghu, for introducing this course, workshop. Professor Deepak Agarwal, Professor Sanjeev Bhui, Professor Kapil Soni, all the guests from Michigan, and girls and boys. Welcome you all to this first of its kind effort by us, and what I would say from user perspective, that ECMO has been there for a longer time. How many years you would say? 25, 30?
45.
45 years. But in India we have not been using it extensively for cost reasons, and also labor intensive it is, this mechanism of ventilation and keeping the patient alive. I distinctly remember, I don't know whether Kapil remembers, we had a patient in our ICU some time ago. Naturally, I have left AIIMS about 8 years ago, so it must be even before that. We transferred that patient who had blunt chest injury from RML Hospital, Delhi, for better management. Finally, that patient died, and I really felt that ECMO could have helped that gentleman. He was not too old, he was 45 or 50 years old, and if the ECMO was available at that time, maybe that man or that person would have survived. ECMO came into focus with COVID extensively, in developed world also and in India also. I think every hospital today, if you talk corporate hospital, has ECMO, and they have used it extensively during COVID times, and they had positive stories also to tell by the use of ECMO. It is basically, what I take it, it's the like dialysis for kidney failure. It is the same thing for lung failure, and we give lung rest to recover. I think that is the basic premise of ECMO. And I remember somebody known to me and related to some of one young chap with COVID admitted in Fortis, Gurugram, and every time the family was told about something to be done, and they were told that we want to use ECMO. And it was expensive, and the care was being crowd-funded because from his colleagues, from others, so because it would cost heavily, and he was admitted almost for nearly 2 months, but he survived. I don't know his functionality, but he survived, and so that was, and many other stories we heard from many other corporate hospitals during COVID times, Max Hospital, Delhi, Hyderabad, and it was some patient even could undergo lung transplant in that situation. So I think this is a beginning, and I see encouraged to see all the young people sitting here and want to learn, because it has to be like Raghu was asking Sanjeev, what motivates you? In ATLS we say it is the internal motivation, nothing else works in adults. Unless you are internally motivated to do something, then only it will happen. And each one of you, I can tell you that, each one of you have that quality. Don't think that alone, what can I do? This ATLS was initiated by one orthopedic surgeon way back in 1976. When he met an accident with his wife, his wife died in that, and the care they received in USA at that time, he said, this is what is happening in USA. He was appalled with the kind of care he received. And that's how when he recovered, he discussed with his colleagues and they prepared the first prototype. So every development, every new step is basically towards making a difference where we work. So each one of you can make a difference if you are determined, if you have passion to carry on. I have no doubt in my mind, and I have very high hopes with the younger generation because they are much more motivated to do and achieve things than we were at our age. So I have no doubt in my mind that this journey, which is beginning now, will carry on, whether it's the emergency physicians take the ownership or the critical care specialists take the ownership or the cardiac surgeons take the ownership. I think bottom line is we are helping and we must put ourselves in that situation. Anybody near and dear to us, do we want them to survive for whatever it takes? I think that is the premise on which we should work. We have volume of work, there is no doubt, but that is our USP also. That is our strength also. That gives us huge opportunity to learn. So that is something I would say that all of you are very fortunate to be part of this history making by this course. And this is not the, this is just the beginning, and I want all of you to be part of this journey. So thank you so much, Raghu, for bringing it to us, and I'm sure this will go on. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now we'll have a small felicitation program. So I would request Dr. MC Mishra, sir, to please felicitate Dr. Raghavendra, sir. हाँ जी सर.
So, just to let you guys know, this is the way we do things in English. Come forward, please come on.
Yeah.
Ajay too.
Ajay, तुम्हारे अपने हैं.
ये ओपन कर दो ना.
This will give a lot of energy. Come, come. You are awake?
Yes. I am awake, sir. So this is Dr. Ajay Malhotra. Ajay is a very well-known professor. He is coming to the University of Bengal. Yes. He just landed at 4 a.m. And we had a robust conversation at 6 a.m. Yes.
So,
You have a photograph with all these darlings.
uh, MC Mishra sir.
Yes, I will do the honor. I have to open it carefully. Fire hazard, right? Thank you, sir, as usual, for all the help.
Thank you all. Now I would request Kapil Soni sir to give a vote of thanks and then we'll start with the further program.
Good morning, all. First of all, I must thank you, everyone here, so coming at very short notice and giving us an opportunity to teach you and participate with us in teaching managing the ARDS patients, including the mechanical ventilation. I must thank Professor Mishra for his unwavering support and mentorship. He has always been there whenever we needed any impetus. He was there for the calls and everything. I must thank Professor Raghavendran for taking this initiative. It's a huge initiative, and such a workshop is extremely rare in this country, where he would focusing specifically on ARDS patients and patients with hypoxemia coming with requiring advanced mechanical ventilation as well as ECMO. I must thank all the faculties coming from University of Michigan, including Roche, Scally, Cusack, and Steve. Big thank you to all of you who has made on their own. It's not means they have come up on their own. They are here teaching us. This is a great opportunity for all of us to participate. I must thank Professor Deepak Agarwal and his team, the support team, all the staff who has worked day in, day out for the conduct of this workshop, including all the logistics, all the registrations, taking care of the venues, and all the speaking to different industry support partners as well. I must thank Professor Boi. He is really visionary. He has a vision which I must thank him that he is thinking of next 20 years or 30 years in the country. And because of his initiative, the emergency medicine has reached to the level which were unthinkable 10, 20 years back. So I must give you a big clap of hands to Dr. Boi. I'm sure that emergency medicine, critical care, just part of a chain of survival, and the work continues. I must thank the industry support partners, Hamilton and Gettinge, and the Pram and DISA foundations who are in forefront in giving us all the support which we needed. With that, I thank you all again. I hope for next 2 days, 3 days, you would have a good of learning. You would learn all the basics and tips and tricks from the experts, which you will not be able to see in the textbooks or even on the lectures. It will come from experience, which they would like to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now let's join for a group photograph and then it's followed by a tea snacks. Okay? Thank you.
All of you, please come for a group photograph. Or we can keep sitting there and we can. Let's see. Okay, sit down. We can come in front and then we आगे से photo ले लो.
The photographer will be here.
Okay, you guys want to come?
Yeah, they'll come forward.
फेस कैसे करना है?
इस तरफ करेंगे
इस आपकी तरफ.
We can keep sitting. We can keep sitting.
Chairs ले लो.
to the ideas of all the problems that we have with mechanical ventilation, the biggest challenge is air. And especially when you notice there are a group of people who are classically ARDS is described as hypoxic respiratory failure. But as you will see that there are a group of patients who will have hypocardia as well. So how do you deal with that when there is a conflict between tidal volume, permissive hypoxia, permissive hypercapnia, and then the final day ends up with ECMO. So in our practice, we get patients who are referred for quote-unquote ECMO, but only a very few of them are put on ECMO because we are able to achieve a lot with mechanical ventilation. The concept of transpleural pressure will be talking. The concept of open lung ventilation, what does that mean? How do you figure out the optimal peak? So that's the way we have addressed the course. ECMO is just one part of the course. I know a lot has been said about ECMO, and not every ECMO has big issues. ECMO, we require them to be anticoagulated, and they have a tendency to bleed. They have a significant degree of coagulation abnormalities starting at the end of the first or second weeks. So ECMO is not some button, you press a button. Cannulation is hard. As I was, Ajay and I were talking about, so we cannulate as surgeons. It's hard. Even after all these years, unfortunately, our sphincters do become a little tight when we are cannulating people. I want you to know that humility part is incredibly important when you're doing a procedure like cannulation. These cannulas are large. It's so easy to perforate the vena cava. It is. All right, so that's why we have a stepwise. So I'm going to ask Kelly to talk about the basics of mechanical ventilation. Yes, these are basics, but in my mind, if you want to understand the advanced aspects of mechanical ventilation, you always start with the basics. So humor me, I'm sure you guys know the theory aspects of it. And what we would really like is interactive discussion. This is not just a, go ahead please. This is not just the discussion, this is not like a one-way conversation. We really want this to be a two-way conversation.